Welcome back, everybody. It's me, E-Man, and today we're going to review Spectre. Alright, let's do a quick intro. James Bond has to deal with some troubling issues of his past, all while having to also investigate a sinister organization that seems to be connected to a lot of things. Alright, let's get on to the good.
The good.
Of all the Bond films in the Daniel Craig era, this has probably got to be the one film that has so many classic Bond elements in it. Just like all the previous Bond films, we're given a beautiful and artistic intro that's performed by Sam Smith called Writings on the Wall. I'll post the link down below so you can check that out later if you like. The film does an excellent job of giving you all the little things that probably made you love Bond films. Daniel Craig, of course, continues to deliver his gritty yet smooth and debonair portrayal of James Bond. Christoph Waltz does a great job of giving us what a classic Bond villain used to be all about. He was the evil mastermind with the plan of world domination, and of course never failed to provide a good amount of death-defying traps for James Bond to deal with. Another great addition was Mr. Hinks, played by Dave Bautista. One of the most memorable moments of any James Bond film is of course the notorious, powerful right-hand henchman to the evil genius villain. Bautista greatly excelled in this role, probably because he didn't have to do a lot of talking. But that worked out very well for his character. It made him very menacing. Besides the many great actors in this movie, this film was of course action-packed. There are plenty of gun scenes, car chases, and explosions to keep you engaged. Alright, enough of that, let's get straight to the bad.
The bad.
Okay, I had two major problems with this movie. The first problem was the fact that it was entirely too predictable. There are very few shocking moments or big revealing twists that you really couldn't see coming from a mile away. My second problem with this movie is the fact that the plot and the story sounded very familiar to that of Mission Impossible 5, Rogue Nation. You can check out my previous review for Mission Impossible 5, and I'll post the link down below. I guess another minor issue is the fact that things were just a little too convenient for Bond in this movie. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I'm talking about stuff like Bond having impeccable aim whenever he shoots, or there's always some sort of convenient escape route or something. You know, there were just some points where it was just like, okay, whatever, and you just give it an eye roll and you just move on. For you impatient types, get ready. This is a 2.5 hour long movie. There are some slow parts in the movie, but don't worry, they don't last that long because shortly after, some really crazy action scene happens and wakes you right back up. Finally, I think that while the Bond girls typically have a superficial role in the story, this Bond girl's story it was okay, but her relationship with Bond just seemed rushed and forced. It just didn't come off as believable. Okay, on to the reason.
The reason.
Best way to sum this movie up is this is Casino Royale meets Mission Impossible 5. I personally like this as one of my favorites of the Daniel Craig Bond films, but I'm gonna have to give the edge to Casino Royale mainly because of the fact that it finally gave us an original Bond that we had never seen before. When it comes to the rating, I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. Overall, the story was easy to follow, the bad guys were bad, and Bond was as cool as ever. I would say that this is worth the watch in the theater, so please feel free and go out and see it, or catch it on Blu-ray if you're watching this video after the fact. So quick question for you all, was this your favorite Bond movie? If it was, tell me why. If it wasn't, which one was? Better yet, rank the Daniel Craig Bond movies in order for me. Tell me which one is your favorite one. I'll tell you mine right now. Casino Royale, Spectre, Skyfall, and Quantum of Solace. You agree with me? Do you have a different rank? Let me know down below. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you for joining me once again. You can always go to my main website, emansmoviereviews.com, and I'll always post my reviews there. Alright, that's all I got. I got more reviews to do, and until then, I'll see you later.